Okay, so we have here a mechanical wave is created when a source of energy causes a vibration. Take note of the word vibration. So we have here through a medium. So a mechanical wave is a happen or only like nagkakahitabo lang siya if na ay medium and there will be a vibration. And also, it is a disturbance in matter that carries energy from one place to another. So, dili siya pwede nga mag-stay lang siya at one place. Dapat naga-travel ang ato ang waves. Then, the material to which a wave travels is called the medium. So, 'di ba we have we have different types of medium. We can have our we can have ang wood, ang trees, ang air that can be a medium sa ato ang waves or sound waves or mechanical waves. So, ang mga mediums or like materials na like we use so that we can like maka-travel ang waves that is called the medium. So, mo na siya ang ato ang material nga ginagamit. Example is when we are talking karon right now akong ginagamit na material is we are using our headphones or we are using our speaker so that maka-travel ang wave. So that's how mechanical waves work. Then, what are the types of mechanical waves? So we have transverse wave. So it is a particular type of medium that vibrates up and down. Take note of up and down. So we have here up and down. Then our longitudinal that is travels back and forth. So kung ang transverse is up and down, so ang ato ang longitudinal is back and forth. Then our surface, it is the combination of our transverse and longitudinal. Therefore, since naman tayo up and down and back and forth, then maka-create din siya og circle. So ito ang like gakabuhat sa surface wave. So inani ang iyahang inani ang iyahang movement. So ang transverse wave, so we have here this is up and down, kini siya. So that will be like this up and down. Tapos ang longitudinal is like inani lang siya kanang bitang mura bitaw sa ay sorry, di ko kablog Basta kanang pa lang siya, pa back and forth lang siya. So example sa longitudinal wave is kana bitaw sa river. 'Di ba kay kung asa ang direction sa wave dito pod padulong ang movement. So kanang sa mga river or kanang sa mga sapa, pulangi and all, that is an example of longitudinal wave. Then, ang sa transverse wave, example ani is kanang sa mga spring, usahay, yeah. Then, di ba, if natay spring, tapos i-move na to ang one direction, then, if i-move na to siya up and down, then, ang iyahang ma-form na wave is transverse. However, if surface wave example of surface waves, di ba, mag-create siya circles. Example ana is kanang sa mga the surfing bitaw kanang mga tidal waves, that is an example of surface wave. So kanang mag-tsunami, tsunami ba tama? So kung mag-tsunami, so ang waves nato di ba na kay pa-circle siya. So yeah, surface waves na siya. Nay question. Okay ra or paspas kayo ta? Murag okay ra man nata feel nako or feel po na ko kay paspas. Ina ko ha kung paspas ra kayo or unsa ba? Or okay lang para maka ta. Okay, nahinay ta. Okay, okay ra daw. Okay, then next, proceed ta. Okay, proceed ta with sound waves. So if we have mechanical waves, we also have sound waves. So sound waves comes from vibrating source wherein human response with frequencies between, so we have here 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Take note that if the frequency is less than 20 hertz, so if less than 20 hertz siya, therefore infrasonic siya, that is infrasonic sound wave, If more than naman siya 20,000 hertz, then it is ultrasonic sound wave. And alakatili lang. Yeah. So muna siya ang two types of sound waves. We have infrasonic and ultrasonic. So if infra, that is less than 20,000 hertz, and ultrasonic siya if more than ay yeah, infrasonic is less than 20 hertz, then ultrasonic is more than 20,000 hertz. So ang sound waves then is between 20 to 20,000 hertz. Then we have here our speed of sound. So that's the accurate measurement of the speed of sound in air have been made of various temperature and air pressure. So like gi-approximate na ang speed of sound based na rin sa 'di ba naman jud tay mga barriers or sometimes na tay mga medium nga dili ma-measure nat or like dili ma-predict. So like gina-assume na ni siya nga mo ni siya ang mga barriers or like mga medium maka-affect sa speed of sound. So we have here in our air pressure, then we have temperature. Then the speed of sound in air changes by 0.6 meter per second for each degree Celsius. So muna siya ang atong speed of sound in air. So we have here our notation. This is V is equal to 132 plus 0.6 times T meter per second. So muna siya atong speed of sound wherein our T is the temperature in degree Celsius. Take note ha, dapat naka-normal atmospheric pressure lang ta. So that means dapat normal ato ang atmospheric pressure. So lahi pod siya in other if dili normal napoy ang mga other formulas or like lahi ang iyahang formula if sa other atmospheric pressure na pod siya. So take note of the formula. We have here 332 plus 0.6 times T. Atong T is the temperature in Celsius. Take note, dapat naka-Celsius siya. Then, so we have here our examples. So, di ba, we have here, calculate the speed of sound using the following temperature. So, by using the formula, copy 0.32 plus 0.6, ato ang temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. So, since naka-degree Celsius naman siya, kailangan nato siya substitute. So, times 20. So, 0.6 times 20, that is equal to 12. So, 332 plus 12, that is 344 meter per second. So, muna siya to ang speed of sound is, if 20 degrees Celsius ang ato ang temperature. So, makaingon yun dito nga nagamatter ang atong speed of sound depende sa ato ang temperature. So, kung init kayo, that means paspas ang ato ang speed of sound. Then, if tugnaw kayo or like low ang temperature, that means hinay po na to ang speed of sound. So we have here example as letter B, that is negative 20 degrees Celsius. So that will be, substitute na to itong negative 20 sa to ang formula, di ba? Itong formula, isulat na to itong formula ha. That is 332 plus 0.6 times T meter per second. So, mo man itong formula, no? So, itong T, that is our temperature. So, substitute na itong negative 20 times 0.6, that is negative 12. So, 332 minus 12, that is 320 meter per second. So, muna siya to ang speed of sound. Then, we have here Mach number. Take note that our Mach number is computed by this one. By the way, the definition of that is the ratio of the speed of an object to the speed of sound. So we have here speed of an object divided by the speed of sound. So if the Mach number is less than 1, that is a subsonic condition. If equal to 1 naman siya, that is transonic. If greater 1, we have supersonic. And if ang Mach number is greater than 5, that is hypersonic. So we have sub, tran, super, and hyper. So less than 1 sa sub, equal 1, they have transonic. Greater than 1, we have supersonic. But if greater than 1, that means this is 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4. Kay if 2, 3, 4, and 5, sorry, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that is supersonic. If ano na siya, 6, 7, and so on and so forth, dili na siya sa hypersonic. Di na siya nabilong. Okay. Then we have take note or remember that at sea level, the speed of sound is 332 meter per second, or that is approximately 1,200 kilometer per hour at a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius. So since ang formula na to is 332 plus 0.6 times T, tapos 0 man ang atong temperature, that means 332 to ang speed of sound. Then, so example 10, calculating our Mach number. So we have here, calculate the Mach number of an aircraft traveling at sea level with a temperature of 0 degree with a speed of 1,500 kilometer per hour. So we have here, di ba, our formula, so sa itong formula, we have speed of object divided by a speed of sound. So we have here, wala na ako nabutang ano. Calculate the Mach number of a nation traveling at the sea level. Having ni siya, ang iyahang ano ni is, at sea level, traveling at 1,200 kilometer per hour at sea level with a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius. So this will be now 1,200 kilometer per hour divided by 1.5 since ang formula that is speed of object divided by speed of mali itong formula no. The formula is alagay speed of sound tama day, sorry. Speed of object divided by our speed of sound. So this is our formula. So atong speed of sound is 1,500 kilometer per hour, and then our speed of the object, our aircraft, that is 1,200 kilometers. If we're going to divide this one, this is 4 over 5 or 0.8 Mach. So muna siya to ang Mach number sa aircraft. Then we have here our decibel. So 'di ba naka-remember mo sa ano dati sa inyong GenMath katong solving the decibel katong sa logarithmic function ninyo? So the decibel, di ba, that is the sounds capable of being heard by humans in that can vary in intensity from the pinakahinay hanggang sa pinakasakit na sound. So the unit used to measure the sound, the intensity of sound, muna siyang ginagamit ang decibel. We have here dB ang that is a small d and capital B. That is the unit for our intensity of sound. Then, si Alexander Graham Bell ang inventor sa telephone on which siya po ang nagagamit sa decibel as siya ang pioneering na scientist na gaano sa decibel. Then, we have here our, what is echo? So, di ba ang echo, if matuto sa cave or any area na closed area is makadungog tag-echo or natay gakadunggan na echo. So they are produced when the sound is reflected by a hard surface such as a wall or a cliff. Then we have here our echo sounder, that is a device used that uses the principle of sound reflection to measure the depth of the sea. Then we have the hydrophone, that is the underwater microphone. Take note of the words we have here: echo sounder, a device used to measure the depth of the sea. Then we have the hydrophone, that is an underwater microphone. Then, yeah, echo, reflected sound. Then, take note that there will be a reverberation. That is the effect or mani siya ang ginatawag na term when kanang prolong bitaw, di ba, kay sometimes na ay mga echo nga short lang kaayo. Napoy echo nga kanang murag grabe jud dugay kayo mawala. Example of that is kanang usually sa cave ata nga grabe jud ang echo murag mag bounce back jud. Then we also have here what we call anechoic room, sorry, anechoic room. So this is a room made acoustically dead with reverberation time near to zero. So when you say time near to zero, that means walay echo. Like wala dead jud ang echo, like wala kay madunggan lain sound sa room. Mo ni siya ang ginagamit by the way if we want to wait. Um spike ba to na room? Dili ko sure sa spike na room. Nag-search man ko ani. Wait. Ano siya? Ay sorry. Gi-search ko ni siya sa sa YouTube kay na curious pud ko unsa ning ani Quake room. Mura siya kanang room nga naay mga foam bitaw something para dili makagawas ang sound, dili pud makasulod ang sound from the outside. Tapos like mo na siya. Mo na to siya. Then ano siya, nice kayo siya kay like natoy kuan dito nga nagpaborot sila og balon. 'Di ba kay usually if magpaborot kag balon tapos ipabuto nimo is grabe jud kanang depende pod sa size sa balon kung dako kay lang gipaborot na balon tapos mo to gipabuto nila like ang madunggan na jud nga buto ay katong pagtusok lang jud sa katong pagtusok lang jud sa like murag dagom sa balon. Dili nimo madunggan ang kanang pag-pop jud sa balon sa sound sa balon nga kanang nibuto ang balon. So inana ka murag inana gina-hold ang sound like dili jud ka maka-create og other sound. Mo na siya like mo na siya pud ang diri pud ginagamit ang or mo pud siya ang room nga ginagamit para mag-study sa mga sound devices like mga instruments um yeah para makuan nila ma-determine nila if tama jud ang sound bitaw. Kay wala man gud siya echo nga ginabalik so makita jud or like makuha jud nila ang exact sound sa instrument or sa any sound devices. Okay. So we have here our diffraction. These are the sound waves that can travel around corners. So around corners lang sila maka-travel na sound waves. Then we have here the intensity and the inverse square law. So this is applies to small sources of sound that produce sound uniformly in all direction. It also assumes that the medium through which the sound travels is uniform. Take note of uniform and does not reflect from or nor is absorbed by any surface or the air. So like, 'di ba kung sa energy is natay law of conservation of energy, diri pud sa intensity and the inverse square law is gina-assume nila nga ang sound is like wala gina-absorb exact kayo wala gina-absorb sa environment like wala gakakuhaan ang sound as it travels from one space or one surface to another. So yun na ilahang mga assumptions. Okay, so we have here our formula for the inverse square law. So we have here our P. So since this is our formula for our mo gani siya sa inverse square law is nag-assume sila nga 'di ba kay mao lugar ni siya, dili lugar first ang sound so naga-travel siya. So inani iyang pag-travel. So gikan diri sa sulod paggawas daw ang sound. That's why ang formula niya is 4 pi r squared times I. Ang I is the intensity. So, they assume this formula since 4 pi divided by 4 pi. So, 4 pi, di ba? 4 pi. So, this is 4 pi r squared sub 1 times I sub 1 is equals to 4 pi r squared sub 2. I sub 2 kay from 1, di ba? From one space or to another space. So, di ba, linatay initial space, then final space or initial direction and final direction. So, ma-cancel out ang 4 pi. So, mawala ang 4 pi. Ma-cancel out ang 4 pi. Ang mabilin na lang is we have the r squared sub 1, then I sub 1 is equals to r squared sub 2, then I sub 2. So to get the inverse square law, divide ni by I sub 2, kini po divide by um gi-divide ni niya ang kini diri po I sub 2. Then diri po divide og r sub 2 sub 1, r sub 2 sub 1. Sorry. 1 ni siya. 2 r squared sub 1 para mawala ni siya diha, mawala ni diri. Then kini siya mawala po diri. So that's why we have here this formula. So this will be your inverse square law, that will be I sub 2 over I sub 1 is equals to r squared sub 1 over r squared sub 2, wherein our r is the radius tapos ang I is the intensity. So example of that is we have here, if the sound intensity of 3 meter from a sound source is 4 times 10 to the negative 6, watt per minute, watt times meters to the negative 2, or we have here, this is equal to, kini siya, equal na siya sa watt per meter squared. Kaya di ba kung negative 2 kay i-divide na siya tapos mawala ang mahimo siyang fraction but then mawala ang negative sign. So what is the intensity at 12 meter from the surface? So, this is our given. Atong r sub 1 from this surface going to this surface. So this is our r sub 1. This is our I sub 1. Kini ato ang r sub 2. So using the formula, so we have this formula. We have our given. So we have here, or we can use the I sub 1 r squared sub 1 is equals to I sub 2 r squared sub 2. Tapos, equal na ni siya. I-divide na to. Divide by r squared sub 2. Mo na din ni siya. So this will be I sub 2 is equals to I sub 1 times r squared sub 1 over r squared sub 2. Then substitute the formula, substitute the given. So ito mo na itong mga given, substitute na to atong I sub 1, atong r sub 1, then atong r sub 2. So by using your calculator, then you will have this answer. Wait lang. Okay. So then you will have this answer. So the intensity will be 2.5 times 10 to the negative 7 watt per meter squared, or watt times meter to the negative 2. Okay, so muna siya to ang example in solving our intensity, or sound intensity using the inverse square law. Okay, may question? Wala ba question? Naka-follow ra? Okay. So proceed ta. So we have here our interference. So what is interference? Okay, so this interference takes place if there are two or more sound waves. Take note, two or more. So dapat more than two. So we have two or more sound waves. So dapat two or more. So that can be 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on and so forth. That take place at the same, take note, the same time in air. So we have two types. We have constructive interference and we also have destructive interference. So what will be our constructive interference? These are waves are in phase. So the phase difference is equal to 0. So if mo ni siya to ang A, let's say nga mo ni siya tong A, mo ni siya tong B. So di ba the same lang sila og the same sila og direction, the same sila og movement. So ang nila, if i-add ni silang duha, if A plus B, then this will be the result. Like madugangan lang ni siya. So since the same man sila og movement, so madugangan na siya. So ma-times 2 ilahang kining wavelength na to. So ang iyahang peak ma-times 2 diri pod sa ubos ma-times 2. So mo na siyang constructive interference. However, ang destructive interference, these are waves that are out of phase. Take note, out of phase, that means dili sila pareha og direction. So ang isa is paubos pataas paubos pataas, ang isa pod pataas paubos pataas paubos. So mura ni siya we have positive and negative. Mura na siya inana. So if i-add ni silang duha, so if i-combine ni mo ning duha, ang ang iyahang answer na or like ang iyahang ma-produce na wave, that will be this straight line. Kay since kuan man from total wave, this total wave will give an small amplitude. Kay di ba they have different or like lahi silang directions or I mean opposite silang directions. So mura na siya kuan ka negative 1 plus 1 that is equal to 0. Mura na siya ginani. Okay, so mo na siyang difference between constructive and destructive interference. Then we have what we called our beats. So this if the interference of sound wave has a different frequencies and wavelength, then the resulting sound will carry between loud and soft, indicating alternating constructive and destructive interference. So the periodic change in sound intensity are called the beats. So mo ni siya ang mga changes between our sound intensity. So from if we have from soft to loud, mo ni siya tong we have mga beats na to. Then we have here our beat frequency. So that is defined as the number of maximum intensity points that occur per second. So take note, maximum intensity that occur per second. So our beat frequency, that is f a sub beat, that will be the absolute value of f sub 1 minus f sub 2. So take note, if two sounds wave has the same frequency, then no beats are heard. Sorry. This is D. So walay madunggan. So no beats are heard. So if the same sila since 'di ba f sub 1 minus f sub 2 man, so example atong intensity na to is 300. So man siya tong f sub 1 tapos ang f sub 2 na to is 300 pod, so absolute value ana that is really 0 or like wala tay madunggan nga beat. Take note also that it is also used in tuning musical instruments. So atong beat frequency, this is the one used by musicians para i-tune ilahang mga instruments. Okay. So we have here our example. When a note is played on the piano, a tuning fork with a frequency of 256 Hz is produced simultaneously. So there were 9 beats in 3 seconds. So what is the frequency of the piano? Take note that atong formula for our beat, so atong formula for our frequency, naka-remember pa mo sa itong formula sa frequency? That is F is equal to we have here our per second or time, sorry. Oh, wait. T din siya anong S. That is, unsa gani siya muna siya tong formula sa tong frequency, that is, I forget what's the name of this. Basta muna siya. This will be our beat over time. Di ba kay atong formula ani is F times T. Muna siya tong formula. For our kalimot ko ani ay. Ikaw na nako niya. Ingon na nako unsa ni siya. So to solve for our frequency, this will be now this one. So this is our beat over time. So time natin is in seconds. So we have here sound sound frequency. Yeah. Frequency na to is 9 beats. So we have here 9 beats in 3 seconds. So we have 9 beats over 3, that is 3 hertz. So Then we have our, so this is our bit. It will be f sub 1 minus f sub 2. So take note nga giingon dire nga ang ato ang atong f sub 1, we have here ito atong first, mo na siya atong first frequency. So we need to find our second frequency. So that will be now f bit is equal to the absolute value of f sub 1 minus f sub 2. So in solving our absolute value, diba, we have two possible answers. So that will be, pwede siya 3 hertz is equal to 256 hertz minus f sub 2. So if i-transpose ni nato, so that will be 3 minus 256. This is equal to negative f sub 2. Then, since this is absolute value man siya, so mahimo ra gyapon siya positive. So 3 minus negative 256, that is negative 253. Absolute value of that is 253. Then ang isa pod is pwede nga inani siya. Ang ato ang f sub 2 atong i-transpose. So this will be f sub 2 is equal to 256 plus 3. So that's why we have two possible answers. So ina nato ang so the frequency of the piano note will be 253 hertz and 200 or 259 hertz. Muna siya tong two possible answers. Okay, then we have, hapit na ba tama man? Hapit na. Okay, then we have our frequency. So the dependence of the frequency of a vibrating string is due to the following factors. So it will be, the frequency is inversely proportional with length. So if ang frequency is naga-increase, ang ato ang length is naga-decrease. So if ang ato ang frequency is naga-decrease, then ang ato ang length is naga-increase since they are inversely proportional. Then we have here also, frequency is indirectly proportional to the square root of the tension. So if ang frequency not directly proportional man siya, if ang frequency is naga-increase, then our tension also is increasing. If naga-decrease ang frequency, then our tension is also decreasing. Then, frequency is inversely proportional with the diameter. So if our frequency is increasing, our diameter is decreasing. If ang frequency naga-decrease, ang diameter is naga-increase. Then last, we have your frequency is inversely proportional as the square root of density. So the same, if naga-increase ang frequency, naga-decrease ang density. If naga-decrease ang frequency, naga-increase ang density. So muna siya ito ang i-remember na mga factors. Okay, example of this, we have here, the D string of a violin is 30 centimeter long and has a natural frequency of 288 hertz. Where must be the violinist place his or her finger on the string to produce 384 hertz? So formula, using our inverse square law, frequency, we can use this one. Like more ang concept ng Japon sa inverse square law. So we have f sub 2 over f sub 1 is equal to L sub 1 over L sub 2. Atong L is our length, then our f is our frequency. So we have here our L1 that is 30 centimeter and our F1 that is 288 hertz, our F2 is 384 hertz, and our L2 is L2 na to is unknown. So muna siya itong ginapangita. So we have here, this can be also written as, so if dili mo gusto ginani, so pwede na siya F1 L1 is equal to F2 L2. So to solve for our L2, i-divide na to ni siya by F2. So this will be L2 is equal to F1 L1 over F2. So substitute na to niya itong mga given sa to ang formula. So we have here 30 times 288 over 384. So this will be 30 times 288, that is 8,640 centimeter hertz divided by 384 hertz. So cancel out ang hertz na to. So divide this one, then our answer will be 22.5 centimeters. If we approximate this one, This will be 23 centimeters. So, mo ni siya ato ang, mo na dapat ang length kung asa pwede ibutang sa violinist iyahang finger para makaproduce siya og kini nga sound. Okay? So, that's for frequency. So, example, this is another example given na po is tension. So, the same ang process. So, I will not explain na the same lang man ang process. So, if unsa ang given, mo lang ibutang dire. Square root of the tension since mo na siya depende sa katong kini bitaw, kini nga factors. We have here the square root of the tension. Maong naka-square root po niya to ang tension. So, if F2 sa babaw, F2 po sa taas, if F1 sa ubos, F1, T1 po sa taas, ay sa ubos since they are directly proportional. Okay. Then, we have fundamentals of frequency. So, the interference of a standing wave pattern in a loop fixed at one end produces a series of equally spaced loops. So the fundamental mode is the simplest mode of vibration. Then the fundamental frequency is when a string vibrates in one segment and produces the lowest. Take note of lowest frequency or pitch. So this is the fundamental frequency. Sa fundamental mode pod, simplest mode of vibration. Okay, the resulting mode of vibration are called overtunes. So again overtunes ang tawag sa mga vibrating modes or like resulting mode of vibration. If the string vibrates in more than one segment, so then we have here our harmonics. These are frequencies of the overtunes, which are simple whole number multiplied of the fundamental frequency such as, so we have here 2 times f sub o. Then we have 3 times f sub o, then 4 times f sub o, and so on and so forth. So, muna siya tong harmonics. Then, muna to siya. Ba, mura ba? Ay, sorry. Okay, then we have here our resonance. The resonance of an object of periodic force that is free to vibrate with the same frequency as the natural frequency of the object. So it is the resonance is mechanical because there is a physical contact between the periodic force and the vibrating object. So again ang resonance, that is the response of the object to the periodic force. Then we have consonance and dissonance. So a musical note originates from a vibrating source in a uniform manner with one or more frequencies. So take note that a music is a combination of musical notes. So that's a combination of musical notes, while noise is the combination of sound. So combination of sound characterized by vibration that are constantly changing in frequency. So noise can be low, moderate, or high ang iyang frequency. Then we have consonants, that is the combination of musical notes of a specific frequency that are pleasing. Again, take note, pleasing to the ear. So that is consonants. Then dissonance naman, that is the combination of musical notes of a specific frequency that has a harsh effect to the ear. So, but again, we have different like kanang type of music man, or yeah, we have different type of music, so it can be pleasing for you but not to others, so ganon. So ang consonance and dissonance, it can be like um personal siya. So but ang effect niya sa ear ang ato ang basihan. So if makadaot siya sa dalonggan, then that will be considered as dissonance. Then we have here our Doppler effect. It refers to the change in wave frequency during a relative motion. So it was discovered by Christian Johann Doppler, which described as the process of increase. So the Doppler effect is the increase or decrease of starlight that depends on the relative movement of the star. So muna siya ang pagka-describe ni Doppler sa Doppler effect. So muna siya si Christian Johann Doppler. Then It works in both light and sound objects. So for instance, when a sound object moves towards you, the frequency of the sound waves increases leading to a higher pitch. Conversely, if it moves away from you, the frequency of the sound wave decreases and the pitch comes down. Example of this is kanang sa ambulance na sirens or kanang any ambulance, we have sa fire and others. So, muna siya ang mga sa Doppler effect. Di ba kay, kung magpadulong siya is gakusog yun siya nga gakusog. Then if magpalayo na siya is muhinay yun ang iyahang pitch and iyahang sound waves. So, inani ang sa muna siya ang illustration for our Doppler effect. Okay, so the Doppler effect is mathematically expressed as this is our formula. F sub 2 is equals to F sub 1 times V over V plus minus V sub S. Ito ang V is our speed of sound of the medium. Then, ang V sub S is the speed of source of the medium. Take note, negative siya if moving towards the observer, towards then positive if moving away to from the observer. Yes, inana ang muna siya ang sa maong walay ang murag pitch sa siren if magapaduol na sa imuha ang that is explained by the Doppler effect. Okay. So, again take note, negative ang atong gamiton diri nga sa formula if moving towards the observer so magapadulong siya sa imuha, then positive if magahawa siya sa like muhawa siya, like opposite siya. So again negative if magpadulong, then positive if muhawa. Then, let's have an example. So then we have here our Doppler shift. It's the change in frequency and resulting change in wavelength. It is also used to determine the speed of a star relative to the Earth. So example we have here, as it approach a hiker standing on a highway, a car traveling at 100 km per hour blow its horn. Determine the frequency of the sound waves reaching the hiker if the car horns has a frequency of 440 Hz and a temperature of the air is 0 degrees Celsius as the car approaches the hiker. Take note, approach siya, so that means atong gamiton is negative. So we have here our formula. Atong temperature is 0, atong F1 is 440, atong velocity of the atong V sub S that is 100 km per hour, that will be equal to 27.8 meter per second. Then atong V using the formula that is 332 plus 0.6 times 0 degrees Celsius, that will be 332 meter per second. So substitute na to itong mga given. It will be 440 times 332 over 332 minus 27.8. So we have this result. Then after that, multiply na to, approximate na to ang answer into whole number. Then our F sub 2 or our frequency will be 480 Hertz as it moves towards the person on the hiker. So 440 Hertz ang frequency sa to ang horn. So mo to siya. One ra jud ka PowerPoint per lesson. Okay, so mo to siya all about sa mechanical wave and sound. So again take note nga if mag-approach ang ato ang sound sa imo sa isa ka person that we are going to use negative or mag-minus ta. If mag-move away naman siya is mag-plus ta. So this will be the frequency of our sound. Okay, napay question? Nay question? Wala na ba question? Wala na daw so far. Okay, so if none, it's already 10:42. How about others? Wala na mo'y question. Okay ra, nasabtan ra ang that is lesson 4, chapter 4. So tomorrow, recorded discussion na lang siguro ko on chapter 5. Yeah. Chapter 5 dayon sa Friday magklase na pud ta. Magklase ta if na may question sa about chapter 5. Then if wala proceed tag chapter 6 tapos next week chapter 7. Chapter 7 naman tataman dayon mag short quiz na din mo mag long test dayon your pre-PT and PT. By the way, i-move na ko ang deadline sa inyong pre-PT and PT. Okay. So if wala na questions, may I ask Liza to close us in prayer. Yes, Glay.
Our Lord, we thank you for this another wonderful day, Lord. Thank you for another knowledge na among na learn today. And